So as I walk into town, for months it seems like, I've been listening to a guy named Thomas Sowell. Probably one of the best philosophical thinkers who's still living. He's got to be old by now because, there's like videos of him in black and white from long ago talking about his thoughts. And he's got many books. So I've been listening to a couple of them, and he's got great thinking. Now on Wikipedia, he's listed as being a conservative, which I don't agree with, because both the right and the left are fairly authoritarian, and he's not. He's an economist. He looks at the economics of life as it is. I've been collecting bits of wire for an art project. Found a wire. He's very pro-freedom, and he's against the unintended consequences of the government's laws, whether they're right or left. He's not a rightist or a leftist. And I don't know why freedom should be considered a value of the right or left or conservative or liberal. It should be everybody who's in favor of freedom. If you're not in favor of freedom, I can't really agree with you probably on a whole bunch of stuff. You know? Freedom works. It motivates people. People don't like to be enslaved. They'll let themselves be enslaved because it's more convenient. It's easier. But, there's some kind of people, I would call them statists, I guess, who think the government has to solve every problem that there is. And I don't think that at all. I think the government messes more stuff up than not. Both the right and the left in the USA have been supportive of wars all around the world most of my life. There's been more war than peace during my lifetime. And even now you can't say the U.S. is a peaceful nation. They have massive military-industrial complex. They arm the world. They have very violent society as a result. That we require some more thought on why is there violence in the U.S. It's not the guns. There's a lot of armed nations that don't have the same problems as the U.S. So, anyway, great thinker. I suggest you check him out. It's pretty dense. A lot of people might not be prepared to listen to it, but I have enough background in various disciplines to understand the things he's talking about. And he is tiring to listen to because you really have to have your mind fairly engaged. And he's a little old to invite down here, probably. I don't know how old he is. I know he's still alive, but eventually I would want to set up a retirement community here because I'll need it. Maybe start out with very active retired folks, older folks, because I don't have the health system set up. I don't have hospice. I haven't built a graveyard. I'm not ready. But there are active people who are philosophically compatible, and I would love to share the space with them. So while I often think about younger people being more active and, I like the newness of that. I like the passion of it. But there are really cool old people. I'm probably one of them at this point. I don't know what old is, but, I don't kid myself. Maybe I'm at the last stages of middle age. I don't know what old is. What is old? Like, what point do you consider someone old? I think maybe you're only really old in a way that matters once you get feeble. And if we have a very active lifestyle here, we promote healthy living, then we won't have feeble people. Now, everything ends for us all someday. I could have a stroke or heart attack and die today, but I could at least invite fans of his, Thomas Sowell, and maybe for some older folks, maybe provide an amazing space for them to be. And for notable people, they might have more difficulty finding a space in which they can be private and not bothered by the press. I guess once you're old enough, people probably don't bother you as much, maybe. But I would like to do that as well, set up a space where notable people can be and not be bothered by press and fans and obnoxious people who are fascinated by fame and notoriety. So we'll see. Thomas Sowell, great guy, brilliant thinker.